All hominids have a common ancestor. But about 600,000 years ago, Homo sapiens, us, and Neanderthals began to evolve separately. Homo sapiens became gracile, tall, thin, and built for heat dissipation in warm weather, while Neanderthals became short, stocky, strong, and built for heat retention in cold weather. Moreover, Homo sapiens and Neanderthal skulls and brains became very different too. Neanderthals developed larger, longer, and flatter brains with prominent eyebrow ridges. Homo sapiens developed larger parietal lobes for sensing self and place, larger olfactory bulbs for discriminating smells, and a larger cerebellum for refining motor movements and thoughts. These brain differences strongly imply that Neanderthals and Homo sapiens thought differently about themselves, others, and their environments. About 50,000 years ago, Homo sapiens entered Europe from Africa, creating new competition, and Neanderthals went extinct about 10,000 years later. The reason for Neanderthals' extinction is the single greatest mystery in anthropology. Previous explanations for Neanderthal extinction include pure twist of fate, climate change, and vulnerabilities associated with living in smaller groups. However, new research has led credence to a new explanation: the cannibalism hypothesis. Until Homo sapiens arrived in Europe, there is evidence that Neanderthals competed with other groups of Neanderthals by eating each other. Cannibalism was adaptive because it reduces competition for food while simultaneously providing additional food. Thus, cannibalism was an effective strategy for survival against other Neanderthal groups. However, this changed with the arrival of Homo sapiens, who did not practice cannibalism. This crucial distinction may be due to brain differences. The parietal lobes in Homo sapiens process our sense of self, others, and our environment, and influence our sense of community. Perhaps Neanderthals, with smaller parietal lobes, did not perceive people and the world in the same way. With smaller olfactory bulbs, had a lesser sense of smell, thus might not have been offended by the smell of burning flesh. And, with a smaller cerebellum, were not as imaginative, as the cerebellum improves thoughts, refines motor movements, and aids creativity. The cannibalism hypothesis suggests that Neanderthals evolved brains that helped them when competing with each other, but hurt them when competing with Homo sapiens, and ultimately led to their extinction.